Welcome to Kino Quickly. I'm your host, Disco, and today I watched Blast from the Past, directed by Hugh Wilson and starring Brendan Fraser, who you might know from Airheads 1994, and Alicia Silverstone, who you might know from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The Long Haul. Blast from the Past is a rom-com where Brendan Fraser's character is living in the 1960s and is scared of being nuked. His family is scared of being nuked, and they build a bomb shelter, and they keep Brendan Fraser in the bomb shelter for about 30 years, and he comes out, he was a kid at the time, and he comes out as a full-grown, handsome Brendan Fraser, and he's in the 1990s. And what he finds out in the 1990s is things aren't quite how they used to be in the 1960s. He falls in love with a 1990s girl, played by Alicia Silverstone. Now, this movie is a very funny movie. I love it. I love Brendan Fraser. He's probably my favorite actor. If not my favorite, he's definitely in my top 2. This is one of the best movies ever made. It's so funny. It's so exciting. It's so charming. It's so romantic. I'd say it's the perfect date movie if you, have somebody to watch it with. And if you're married, it's also good to have to watch with somebody, because you know, you can sort of share some laughs and stuff as Brendan Fraser, his sort of fish out of water being from a different time is kind of how a lot of guys feel, being very awkward about women, because guys have very weird taste and stuff. They have very specific taste and stuff, where women usually have pretty normal taste and stuff. So you sort of feel that culture shock at what that Brendan Fraser's character gets when he's talking to a woman, because I'd say Brendan Fraser is kind of like somebody who maybe doesn't leave their room a lot and has a podcast and spends a lot of their time watching a lot of movies, and then he goes out and sees a girl who watches a few movies and doesn't know a lot about movies and maybe hasn't heard of Airheads 1994. And they're talking about like Marvel movies and stuff, which, you know, of course you've seen those, but you know, you've seen a lot more movies too. You've seen almost all the movies, and they just haven't seen that many movies. So there is that sort of fish out of water appeal that I think you can relate to, and I think it's sort of metaphorical in this movie, so I think there's a lot to enjoy here, and I'd say this is fun for even single people, because they can relate to Brendan Fraser and sort of fantasize as if they were in his position. So I would give this movie a 2 thumbs up. I'd say the movie is good itself, but that's not what gets it the 2 thumbs up. I think just the inclusion of Brendan Fraser alone warrants a 2 thumbs up, so I'd highly recommend you check out Blast from the Past, and I hope you have a nice day.